on to take her position, and then title holder. And out the back, we still have Broom. He's got to go forward also. Mario Stralis and Mendocino. And that, I think, is the last trio for this year's Qatar Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. It's a wide open race. They've had about 3.5, 7-2. The field here. Alpinista is just the market leader. This is Mario Stralis. One from the outside. He's drawn stall number 19. Stay Foolish is the only one wider than him. Broom then is still to go forward. A solid campaigner over the years. Stall number 14, Mendocino, Rennie Pichalik, who won the race 12 months ago. Torpedo Tasso is now Mendocino. That's it. They're all in. They're set to go. And away, racing in the arc. They get away in a fairly decent line. 2,400 meters is the trip. Stay Foolish was out quickly, but title holder's going to be the leader. Amushu to have the advantage. Running in second position is Broom, Al Hakim, Alpinista, and Deep Bond, and Westover and Stay Foolish are behind these. Then comes Mendocino, Alan Kerr, Mario Stralis, and Sealy-Way and Mostard. Out Luxembourg against the running rail. The Deuce is further back in the field with Ernesto. Then Bubble Gift. Mishriff is the back marker, and just preceding that is Grand Glory as they begin to settle down. And it's title holder who leads them behind the wood, showing in front to Broom in the check jacket, grey and white in second position. Silver colours of Al Hakim and Deep Bond in the blue and red. Alpinista, grey mare, she holds about fifth position. Westover, pink jacket in company with us, and yellow jacket there of Stay Foolish. Races up round the outside of Mendocino. Behind these then is Mario Stralis and Luxembourg. Further back to Alan Kerr and Sealy-Way. Torpedo Tasso missed him out first way round. He's about 5 from the right of your picture. Trapped out wide. Grand Glory is still the back marker. Mishriff is towards the rear also. With Deuce as they begin their way on towards home. They're very well strung out. He set a really good pace, this title holder. Broom is about a half length behind him in second. Al Hakim is 3 lengths off these in third. To Alpinista against the running rail. Deep Bond is next. Westover, Mendocino, Stay Foolish behind these from Verdeni and Mario Stralis. Sealy-Way and Torpedo Tasso and Luxembourg as they enter the full straight. Anchor behind these. Ernesto's trapped away against the running rail. Torpedo Tasso is they were yellow towards the outside there. He's making good headway though. But this title holder, he's leading them okay at the moment as they enter the home straight in the arc. Broom is in second place. Alpinista's moved into third. Algate behind these in fourth. Westover heads the remainder. Behind him, Torpedo Tasso. Then comes Grand Glory towards the outside with Mostard off. Alpinista in second at the moment. The pace setter title holder beginning to struggle. Alpinista, Verdeni's coming there very strongly as well. Al-Kahim is with those. That is Broom there also. As Alpinista now and Luke Morrison taking it up. Al-Hakim is in chase. Here's Torpedo Tasso in the yellow jacket. Verdeni is still there. They're inside the last 200 meters. Alpinista in front. Verdeni the green colours. Torpedo Tasso in the yellow. They're closing on her, but she's gutsy. She's brave. She's done it. Alpinista won it. To Verdeni, Torpedo Tasso behind these. Al Hakim. Grand Glory was next to Luxembourg, and then came Westover and Alan Ernesto. Broom behind this. Their title holder Stay Foolish, Mendocino, Mishriff. Further back to Mario Stralis. Oh, they're still coming. Sealy-Way and Bubble Gift. Then Mostard, and I think Deep Bond is the final one home. So the favourite, number 14, Alpinista, trained in the UK by Mark Prescott and ridden by Luke Morris, has won. Verdeni, number 15, is in second. Last year's winner, Torpedo Tasso, third. Hakim, a big run. Then behind these was Grand Glory.
And Fanny is with the winning trainer, Sir Mark Prescott, a legendary trainer, even more legendary now, Fanny.
What a legendary win. Well done. And congratulations from Catherine, who you kindly had at Madureira.
Yeah, marvellous. I'm absolutely thrilled for Mr. Housing to beat the Prix de record. Just a fantastic day.
She's so tough. I mean, she answers every question.
Absolutely.
What do you think now? Because this was the plan, but where do you go from?
I don't know. She's in the Japan Cup. Mr. Housing's got a lot of the family. Whether she trains her another year, I don't know. That'll be up to her.
How would you describe what she's meant for you?
Oh, this is the most important day.
Well, I know you're being very Very popular at the moment, so we'll let our friend Rishi from ITV do his interview. But it was a pleasure to speak to Sir Mark Prescott after winning a race that he had planned and with a mare that he absolutely trained to the line.
Restrained her back to the middle. Just listen to Luke Morris. You know, she's travelling this race beautifully, and I was able to sit still to nearly 200 metres out.
She's not improved after the race. She fly in the street, the pace was crazy, and she's very smart, very quiet.
Yeah, she's a very special filly, and you know, Smart Prescott and Mr. Rousey, who bred her, you know, all credit to them because they've done such a super job.
But you're feeling you win the heart of the Triomphe.
I cannot describe it. Very emotional.
Why not?
Thank you.
Good to have.
Well, what a plan. The plan has come off. It's come to fruition. Mission accomplished for Sir Mark Prescott, Kirsten Rousing and Luke Morris, who've been plotting this for many, many months. And it has worked out magnificently with Annabelle, the lass that looks after Alpinista every day, has taken her to Germany, taken her to France, took her up to York to win the Yorkshire Oaks, and now she's won the Arc, and she goes down in history. The last 5-year-old mare to win the race was in 1937, a mare named Corrida, a name which pleased Sir Mark Prescott, and he's gone against history. The stats look really difficult, although a few of them have been placed seconds, notably Tanoa last year, but this time it's the turn of Alpinista, great to see. And owner breeder, so passionate, investing so much time and money into the breeding. And the second, of course, similar can be said of Vardani, who showed he stayed. He finished it very, very strongly. Really promising a really good run from him. A little bit frustrating, missed out on the win, but that's gone to Alpinista. And then Toketo Tasso showing once again that he really is a top-class performer, especially on the heavy, but he's already shown that he was okay on his way.
And from his draw, you know, he was drawn out wide, he was towards the rear, quadrille midfield at best on the outer, whereas Alpinista from that map, Sir Mark Prescott saw the bar, and that was the plan, wasn't it, to get that tracking leader's position from stall 6, able to do that, and the race just went
superb ride from Luke Morris. He rode to instructions. He had the horse in the perfect position.
Yeah.
And when asked to respond, what a great heart she's got. And to dash away and still keep going. The others, I think the first 4 over the line, they were 4 top-class horses that we've seen in the Sark this year.
Yeah, in the fourth, I think was
we thought would step forward. He wasn't that strongest there in the trip. He travelled really well into the third, didn't he, for most of the way around. But then, obviously, in an eclipse where we know he's very classy, he stayed the trip, as I say, Toketo Tasso under these conditions. There was no wonder what an win last year. It was a decent field. He got up to Nantano, I mean, the finish, but I think he's gone somewhere near his form. As I say, perhaps didn't have the race goes ideally this time, given his job. But yeah, the right horses are involved in the finish. There's no reason to doubt the form. And the well run, always going to be the case against the title holder, was always going to attempt to pull off those tactics again. But
and he looked as though he was travelling quite well throughout that race, title holder. But once he went basically not to the cutaway, but once he straightened and he was asked to respond, he was under enormous pressure about 400 metres from home, and he was a beaten horse.
Yeah.
And he set a genuine pace. That was it. He set the race up for the good horses to actually perform.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel that the strung out from, there was only a couple travelling at the top of the straight, one of which was Alpinista and one of which was Alpine, who was going really strongly at that stage. The majority were already into the toss, a good way out.
And Verdini stayed on. He was midfield. He's progressively just made ground.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing his pass picking up early on in terms of where he was getting ahead of it. You can see that again.
You see that in the
We
replay.
will we'll just enjoy these moments of Luke Morris enjoying the celebrations of the crowd. A lot of British and Irish visitors over, and she'll be a popular winner. She went in as the favourite on the pay-per-view, so the French punters also have latched onto her. And
The world punters.
the world punters around the world, of course, the Hong Kong Jockey Club in a common pool with us here at the PMU, the viewers in Australia, in America, and all over the continents of the world that can see this fantastic mare. Trained by Sir Mark Prescott, Luke Morris, the biggest day of his career, obviously. He's won a few Group 1s, so French people have been in France. He won the Grand Prix de Saint-Cloud with this mare, and a couple of Prix de l'Abbé. So most of his wins in France have been over the distance of 5 furlongs, except in the Grand Prix de Paris with this mare. And now he's won what was described last year as Longines, the greatest horse race in the world. And we've got some high-rated horses in the first 3, so
Yeah.
Alpinista will go down in the Roll of Honour as the 101st winner of the race. And Sir Mark Prescott already has a little part of his stable yard
He's got the ball. He's got the
picked
ball.
out for the statue. He has a statue of Albanova and also Alvarada, the granddam and the great aunt of this mare. And he said this is where the Alpinista statue is going. So that's already been commissioned. But Fanny has some information from Christophe Soumillon over any class.
There's a lot of rain and some tears too, some tears from Christophe Soumillon, some tears from trainer Jean-Claude Rouget was saying earlier, this is such a difficult game. This is so hard. We practice horses and we have ups and downs, but Christophe Soumillon came back jumping and we also see the tears on his face saying, I believed in it until the very last minute. I really, truly hoped, and this downpour changed the game, but he thought that he really, really wanted to give the Agacan family a dark victory, and he thought he was close enough at one point. And too disappointed to speak on camera, but it can be a really difficult game on some days.
Yeah, the highs and lows of racing. Badeni, who ran a fantastic race in second, but just leaving regrets that he hadn't got the win, especially in this centenary year for the Argocansters, as the applause rings out for Alpinista as she heads into the parade ring and into the winners' enclosure. The Catapille de l'Arc de Triomphe winning photo will be taken. So Mark Prescott, he's made a rare trip to France. He doesn't like international travel very much, but he's come over with Kirsten Rousing, Swedish born, but based in the UK, where she owns and breeds many horses. She has a few horses also trained here in France, and a great enthusiast of the game. And she's been rewarded for a lifetime's work for breeding with this Alpinista, who was a pure product of her breeding operation. So Mark Prescott's training the 3rd generation of this line, and she'll make a valuable brood there as well, whether or not. So it was interesting when Fanny asked, I was just assuming that she would end on that, but Sir Mark Prescott, maybe his plan goes even further, and there will be a valuable bonus for her if she does go to the Japan Cup as an ARC winner, as a Yorkshire Oaks winner and a Grand Prix de Saint-Cloud winner. So it's going to be tempting if she goes on any ground. Bravo, bravo, bravo. 3 cheers for Alpinista Sir Mark Prescott into their 50-year or so training career. You told me the stable is the oldest, he's sure it's the oldest one in Newmarket, and possibly the oldest racehorse training stable in the world. And so now it's trained an ARC winner. That's in Newmarket, of course, in the UK.
I thought that was really interesting what you were saying before, Catherine, about him having trained so many.
And Fanny with Jean-Claude Rouget, we'll talk about that afterwards. After Jean-Claude Rouget, trainer of Fanny.
Also racing.
Yes, both did fantastic race because first 3 years old in the race, and it was very hard today with this ground, and we are very happy about the performances.
So very emotional Christophe Soumillon.
Yes. But they needed a lot of distance to come back from behind, from the middle. But the two horses did the maximum, and the jockeys did good rides, and we are happy with this performance.
Thank you very much. We're looking forward to seeing them again.
And Sir Mark Prescott might have to put the Breeders' Cup on his plan, because this was a win and you're in for the Breeders' Cup turf. Like last-minute additions to his plan, but we'll see what happens with Alpinista. She would certainly be deserving of a long and happy retirement in the paddocks.
It was only her 3rd run this year.
Yeah, she would certainly have potential to run again, and you would have to like her chances, because
Japan Cup, the big roomy track in Japan suits this mare right down to the ground.
Yeah, she goes on any ground.
Yeah.
And as he said, that she's they're so easy to ride. That's what he was saying as well. Got her anywhere before the race. You know, I can imagine that he's had it planned out. And Fanny said, "How would you like to see the race?" And he said, "Well, I'd like to see just handy in third, fourth." And that was pretty much where she was all the way through the race. Luke Morris has probably had it drummed into him, and that worked out.
I think he's very much like that, isn't he, with his jockeys and instructors. They all get sort of written instructions and what, you know, and then they're not to blame. If they do as they're told, he won't blame them. You know, if it goes wrong, it's down to him. He'll only be upset if they don't do what they're told, but it doesn't work.
Yes, so Mark didn't leave much to chance, but what a day for him and Annabelle there, who's been accompanying us now. And we can maybe watch the race again, or just see them coming out of the stalls right there and hear them slowly away.
No, it was a perfect dispatch. It was one of those starters' dreams, that start. They all came out effectively as one.
Also, just waiting for the prize giving ceremony. Look back at some of these memorable images. I'm sure they'll be being played again and again in Newmarket, notably. What an emotional winner. You've looked after a filly. I think I was reading in their Racing Post article saying that she got this filly as soon as she arrived in Sir Mark Prescott's yard. And she looked at the pedigree and she got on well with the filly and asked if she could look after her. And has had a fantastic time with her. Beautiful aerial shots of Paris Longchamp. There's a good crowd here today.